In this video, we are going to see about the basics of Bode plot. So Bode plot is a useful tool to visualize magnitude and phase response of the system, which varies according to the frequency of the system. It is the frequency domain analysis method. Consider a LTI system whose input is a sinusoidal signal. The response of the system is also a sinusoidal signal with a change in the magnitude and phase of the input signal related to its frequency. This change is due to the characteristic of the LTI system. Since a system causes both the amplitude and phase of the signal to be changed, it has to be analyzed separately. The frequency response may be decomposed into amplitude response and the phase response. So a Bode plot is a combination of magnitude plot and phase plot drawn in the logarithmic scale. The magnitude plot is drawn for the change of magnitude in decibels with respect to the frequency, and a phase plot is drawn for the change of phase with respect to the frequency. Hence, for the Bode plot, the magnitude is expressed as 20 log of g of j omega, and the phase angle is expressed as tan inverse of imaginary part to the real part. These are the procedures to be followed for drawing the Bode plot. First step is to rewrite the transfer function in the proper form. That means the transfer function should be first written in the factorial form, and then we have to write it in the time constant form. The next step is to separate the transfer function into its constituent part. For each constituent part, we have to find the slope and change in the slope. And the next step is to draw the Bode diagram for each part, and then we have to draw the overall Bode diagram by summing up the results. The first step is to write the transfer function in proper form. This is the general form of the transfer function. To write it in proper form, it should be first written in the factorial form. This is the factorial form of the transfer function. Now replace s with j omega. So after replacing s with j omega, take the constants outside to get the proper form of the transfer function. So at the end, if you make the constant as k, this is the final representation of the transfer function in the time constant form. Here, A, B, P, Q are called as the breakpoints or corner frequencies or break frequencies. The next step is to separate the transfer function into its constituent part. The constant part may have a constant or pole at origin or zero at origin or real poles or real zeros, etc. If you are having constant in the constituent part, then its magnitude plot is a constant straight line with independent of frequency, and the phase plot is a constant straight line with independent of frequency. If you are having pole at origin, it is also called as the pure integrator. If you are having pole at origin, its magnitude plot is the straight line with the slope of minus 20 dB per decade for each occurrence of the pole. If you are having two poles, that means its magnitude plot will have a slope of minus 40 dB per decade. Similarly, the phase plot is the straight line at 90 degree with no slope. And for each occurrence of the poles, there will be a 90 degree phase shift. When you are having zeros at origin as a constituent part, the magnitude plot is the straight line with a slope of 20 dB per decade for each occurrence of the zero, and the phase plot is a straight line at 90 degree with no slope, and it will be having 90 degree phase shift for each zeros. If you are having zeros at the real axis, the magnitude plot is a straight line with a lower frequency asymptote at 0 dB and a higher frequency asymptote at plus 20 dB per decade, which connects at the corner frequency. Here the corner frequency is calculated from the constituent part. For the phase plot, the lower frequency asymptote is at 0 degree and a higher frequency asymptote is at plus 90 degree with a slope of 45 degree per decade. For the real poles, the magnitude plot is a straight line with a low frequency asymptote at 0 dB and a high frequency asymptote at minus 20 dB per decade, which connects at the corner frequency. For the phase plot, the lower frequency asymptote is at 0 degree and a higher frequency asymptote is at minus 90 degree with a slope of minus 45 degree per decade. The next step is to draw the magnitude and a phase plot for the each constituent plot. For that, the steps to be followed is, first we have to list the corner frequencies in increasing order and define the change in the slope. And then choose an arbitrary frequency which is lesser than the lower corner frequency and find the magnitude in dB. And then calculate the gain at every corner frequency accounting the change in slope. Now choose an arbitrary frequency which is greater than the highest corner frequency and find its magnitude in dB. Now draw the overall magnitude plot specifying all corner frequency with its slope in the range of lower corner frequency to the higher corner frequency. For the phase plot, the choice of the frequencies are preferable that are chosen for the magnitude plot, and the phase plot is calculated from the formula which is mentioned in the previous slides. How we can calculate the stability of the system by using the Bode plot? Actually, Bode plot gives the graphical procedure for determining the stability of the system. So, by using Bode plot, we can find the absolute and relative stability of the system. So, the measure of relative stability is done by using gain margin with respect to the magnitude plot and phase margin with respect to the phase plot. So the gain margin is nothing but the reciprocal of the magnitude of open loop transfer function at phase crossover frequency, and the phase margin can be expressed as 180 degree plus the gain crossover frequency. The phase crossover frequency is defined as the frequency at which the phase of the system is equal to plus or minus 180 degree. And the gain crossover frequency is defined as the frequency at which gain of the system is unity or 0 dB. This is the roughly drawn diagram of magnitude plot and the phase plot. The gain crossover frequency is nothing but the frequency at which the gain of the system is unity or 0 dB. And the phase crossover frequency is nothing but the frequency at which the phase angle is plus or minus 180 degree. The value of the phase angle at the gain crossover frequency is called phase margin, and the value of the gain at the phase crossover frequency is called the gain margin. Now, if the gain crossover frequency is less than the phase crossover frequency, then the system is said to be a stable system. If the gain crossover frequency is greater than the phase crossover frequency, then the system is said to be a unstable system. And if both the frequencies are equal, then the system is said to be marginally stable system. This is how the Bode plot are used for analyzing the stability of the system. Thank you.